Hey Aquarius, welcome to Aria Moon Tarot, and thank you so much for being here. This is your love reading for anyone with Sun, Moon, or Rising in Aquarius. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, check your other placements. All right, let's get started. So I was going to take 2 cards for this portion of the reading, and for you, 3 cards came out. So let's look at what they are and just kind of make note of that, because I think there might be a lot that your person wants to communicate with you. They were trying to get more messages across than I had in mind for the reading. So the first card you got was Sea Turtle. And then we have Notification Red and Peach. So you got 2 of the color cards and 1 animal card. Okay. This is kind of like, this is weird energy. Let me just tell you, like, it's weird energy. So let's just kind of go through card by card and see, because I'm getting like a mixed message from this person. So the Sea Turtle card is a card about kind of going with the flow. It's a card about harmony. There's an ease to this sea turtle. So there is a message of ease here. And then we're straight into this Notification Red, which is really, this card is about urgency. So I think whatever your person wants to communicate with you, they want to tell you urgently. They want to tell you right now, like, or maybe yesterday. Like, they really want to get this across to you. And then we have Peach, which is kind of like a really happy. The peach represents a lot of just happiness, agreeability, just kind of like a joyful energy. So it feels like sort of back and forth. And the funny part about this is that the 3 cards did come out. So it really tells a story that I don't think would have been told had these 3 cards not come out. Because I'm getting like this really easygoing energy, and then I'm getting this very urgent, like I'm seeing like sirens, kind of like, does that make any sense? No, like the flashing lights that accompany sirens. So think like fire truck, you know, flashing lights, like fire alarm, like urgent, something really trying to get your attention, and then something that's just very like cool, calm again, and very easygoing. So that's a funny energy because it's so up and down, back and forth. So I think that this person might want to tell you about a lot of ups and downs that have gone on in their life. There might be something that's gone on for this person that was very unexpected. They might be somebody who is typically very easygoing, and then something kind of prompted them to be on high alert, prompted something in their lives that made them act maybe differently, out of character. Okay, I'm getting a lot of different messages. So for some of you, this is somebody who did act out of character for like the last time the 2 of you were together or something. They may have had an outburst or gotten really angry about something, and it was out of character for them. And then I'm kind of thinking like they want to communicate with you that that was out of character, that they know that that was out of character, that you should not expect that sort of behavior from them again, because that's not who they are. That's not in alignment with who they are. Yeah, but for others, it really is just like something unexpected and some kind of out of the ordinary event has happened in this person's life, and they want to communicate that with you. If this person was just suddenly distant, or I think for maybe some of you, like communication stopped very abruptly, they want to communicate what happened, like what caused that, because something out of the ordinary occurred in their lives. For others of you, I think that this person is they are very easygoing. They're somebody who you have a lot of fun with, who it's like you flow with very easily and very naturally. But I think what they want to communicate to you is that all of that is kind of a front. Like, there's kind of a facade. I think that this person isn't being their true authentic self when they're around you, and they really want to communicate as their true authentic self. And I think there's deeper feelings here. So I think this is somebody who presents a really cool exterior, and inside they're like flashing light, flashing red. Like they want to get your attention, but you would never know it. I am picking up on that for some of you. The conversation flows really easily between the two of you, which is, I think, what makes it even, this kind of energy is even more at odds with that, because I think you would feel like, because communication flows so easily, they would have said what's on their mind, but they actually haven't. Yeah. I think for others of you, if there was a conflict in your relationship, I think this person might come across as very unfazed, unbothered by this conflict, but underneath, there might be something that's bothering them. There's something that's upsetting them. There's something that's worrying them, something on their mind very heavily. And they're not really communicating that to you. So this energy is a little bit difficult to decipher, especially because I think I might be picking up on some of your energy. So you're going to have to kind of maybe sort through this yourself, because it might be something that you are hurt about, some way that this person hurt you, and they want to really draw attention to that. They want to kind of let you know that, like, that they're aware. And I think in other cases it might just be that there was a hurt, but they weren't necessarily the cause of it. It's very interesting. We'll get into more of your oracle cards and kind of see, but it's like tapping into this person's energy feels a bit like a roller coaster. So that might be an indication of how your relationship has felt to you, or how just how it is to be around this person. And that could be viewed in different ways. It could be that it's a roller coaster, as in they're a lot of fun. They're kind of prone to do the unexpected. You never know what you're going to get with them, and it's exciting. It could go the other way too, where it kind of feels like you don't know what energy to expect from them. You don't know if they're going to be sweet, or if they're going to have an attitude, or if they're going to be really open about their feelings, if they're going to be closed off. It might be that you don't really know what to expect, and it also could be that they don't really know. Like they feel like the roller coaster in this. I think there's a lot they want to communicate to you, but they might not really know how, or in some cases even what they want to communicate. I think it's more the how. I think they aren't really sure how to broach the topic with you. But there is a feeling of like, this person plays it real cool. And every time they have the opportunity to communicate with you, they play it real cool. So I think that you are not really aware of how they feel. Okay, let's get into more of your oracle cards. So we have, I know I was a distraction from your pain. I think this person might feel like they might have hurt you in some way, because the way that I'm reading this card in this context, I think that they want you to know the importance of this connection, because there's a little bit of a feeling that you may have been left feeling like, or left with the impression that you were just a distraction. Yeah, that you were just a distraction, that they weren't, maybe they weren't as serious about you as you thought. They want to address this with you. They want to tell you that it was more than that for them, that this wasn't just about a distraction from maybe another relationship, or from a painful or difficult area of their lives. It was more than that. Your connection was truly meaningful, or is truly meaningful for them. So I think that they might have this kind of this feeling that you might have felt like they tossed you away or tossed you aside. That is very interesting. I am like, another way to look at this, because it will be different for everyone, and this is a general reading. Another way to look at this is somebody who really has the ability to cheer you up, and kind of can distract from your pain. Some of that insecurity could be coming from their end of things. They may feel like that's the only way you see them, and they want to communicate so much more. Like, they're not just a fun time or a good laugh. They have deeper feelings for you. I think there's like a desire for them to deepen the connection. Let's look into more of your cards. Okay, we have empathy. So I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. Yeah. I think for this, okay, this person might have two very different sides to themselves. There feels like there's a bit of competing energy, and that's why this is maybe even a little bit hard to decipher, because it's almost like this person, it's like I'm reading for 3 people, maybe 4. So that could indicate a third party in some situations. Maybe this person was in a relationship or you were in a relationship, but I don't think for all of you that that's the case. I think that it's like this person's bringing more to the table. They're bringing 2 sides of themselves to the table, and it's almost hard to tell like what's going on. So that is, I think that's what your person wants to communicate with you, because I think they know they're not being authentic. I think that there's another side to them that they really want to show you. There's maybe a deep, like a well of feelings for you that they have not, they've not expressed that to you. And they want you to see both sides of them. They want you to connect with them on a deeper level. Like we were talking about, they want to deepen the connection. That's what it is. It's like they almost feel like the connection can't be as deep as it should be because they're not being as open as they should be. So they want you to see all sides of them. Then you also had stay optimistic about your love life. So positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. I do think this is a situation where both of you need to keep a positive outlook when it comes to this, because I think this person is wanting to open up more. They're wanting to kind of like show you that other part of themselves. And it feels like they just have this front of being very easygoing. Whenever I pick up on this energy, it really feels like it could be a friend type relationship, something that your person wants to blossom into more, or that you guys know how to relate to each other and get along on a certain level, and they want to deepen that, but they just don't know how. But overall, this person's asking you not to give up on them. I don't know what happened in your connection that would maybe make them think that you would give up on them, but they don't want you to give up on them. They want you to stay optimistic. They want you to hang in there. They want to bring some of the playfulness back in. So for some, it might be that some of that light-hearted energy and that playfulness kind of just faded out of this relationship, and they want to bring some of that back in. I think this person really is fun and lighthearted with that sea turtle and the peach energy, but something's holding them back. And I think it might just be the fact that they are not communicating openly. It's almost like it's stunting them. It's keeping them from being as connected as they could be. It's keeping the relationship from reaching the level that it could reach. Let's see what we have. Okay, we had the Tower come out, and that actually came out in the last reading as well. 5 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Okay. So, yeah, that Tower card is just really making me, sorry guys, I just really moved the table there. That Tower card is really making me just be pulled back to this notification red. There is something really urgent that your person wants to communicate with you. There's something big that has taken place in their lives. There's something out of the ordinary that has taken place in their lives, and I think that it really left them in a dark place. So they really want you to understand that they are they're navigating through that place. They're navigating through that darkness. They want you to understand and to be patient and to be empathetic when it comes to what they're going through in their lives, because I think something has really happened here that left this person feeling very alone. But they don't want to feel alone and abandoned when it comes to you. They don't want to feel left out in the dark when it comes to you. They want you to kind of stick this out with them, and they want to ask you to do that. I get the feeling that for some of you, this isn't someone who will ask for that. But that's what they want most of all, is they want you to kind of be that soft place for them to land when they're ready to to do that, when they're ready to land there. And I do think, like, seeing the Tower card and the Five of Pentacles come out for this person, I do think that the pain is on their end. And I am like, they feel like whatever it was that they were going through, that you may have felt like you were just like a tool or like a plaything during a difficult time for them. And for them, they are really wanting to make it clear that there was a lot more to it than that. So for some of you, this might be a connection that kind of never really grew legs. Like, it didn't go that far before it kind of ran into a bit of a hiccup. But I think that's what this person is trying to communicate most of all, is that, like, it is just a bit of a hiccup. I think something's been really shaken up for them. This Ace of Cups showing up at the end this is really about new possibilities, and it's about connecting deeper on that heart level. It's about being emotionally invested in something. And I think that this person is now looking for more of that emotional investment. It does require something of them. It requires them to be more open. It requires them to let you know what's going on, because I think there's a lot that they haven't said. Some big stuff too, you guys. Like, I think they've been going through something that really shook up, like, their base, their foundation, everything that they accept as truth. It really shook that up, and it left them feeling really alone, and maybe even abandoned by somebody who was very, very close to them. So yeah, there is this feeling that they just want to make sure that you won't leave them. And if they have behaved out of character in any way, I do feel an apology coming through here. I think that out of character behavior could be explained by some of these events that were going on in their lives that were very disruptive. That's not to say that their behavior should be excused in any way. If they disrespected you, or if they were not treating you, you know, like the way you deserve to be treated, or the way you've come to expect to be treated. If they were not living up to that, then there's no excuse for that. But it does feel like it was out of character for them to behave in a really, like, harsh or cold way towards you. I want to pull a couple more cards. Okay, we have this Queen of Wands come out. Yeah, I think this energy for them is kind of turning around. I think that they want to just really be Ten of Cups. Yeah, you guys. I think they want to be their authentic selves with you. The Queen of Wands is her most authentic self. So it doesn't matter what gender this person identifies as, but the Queen of Wands is very authentic, very passionate, very what is the word I'm looking for? The Queen of Wands goes for it. The Queen of Wands lives her true self. And I think this person hasn't been able to do that. They haven't been able to show up as their true authentic selves. And they want to not only communicate to you that they would like to show up as their authentic self, but they also, I think they view showing up as their authentic self as a form of communication. So they want to communicate with you in that way. They want to really show you who they are. And then there's this, like, Ten of Cups energy, which, like, if we look at the Five of Pentacles, I think these energies are about as opposite as you can get. So this person really wants to move into a new space with you. They want to kind of put whatever has gone on in their lives behind them and move into something a lot more hopeful, a lot more optimistic. This is probably why this person wants you to stay optimistic about the connection, because there's like a lot more coming here. There's that feeling of there's more to come, and whatever disrupted this in the past, it was out of character is the way it keeps coming through. It was out of character. It was unforeseen. It was unexpected. It was not a regular occurrence, but I think this person does need a little bit of time. So yeah, I thank you so much for letting me read your cards. If you enjoyed this video, if it resonated, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that, and I will hopefully see you in a reading sometime soon. Bye!